सर्वपापहरे देवी महालक्ष्मी नमोऽस्तु ते। सर्वज्ञे सर्ववरदे सर्वदुष्टभयङ्करी सर्वदुःखहरे देवी महालक्ष्मी नमोऽस्तु ते। सिद्धिबुद्धिप्रदे देवी मुक्तिमुक्तिप्रदायिनी मन्त्रमूर्ते सदा देवी महालक्ष्मी नमोऽस्तु ते। आद्यन्तरहिते देवी आद्यशक्तिमहेश्वरी योगजे योगसम्भूते महालक्ष्मी नमोऽस्तु ते। स्थूलसूक्ष्ममहारौद्रे महाशक्तिमहोदरे महापापहरे देवी महालक्ष्मी नमोऽस्तु ते। पद्मासने स्थिते देवी परब्रह्मस्वरूपिणी परमेशी जगन्माता महालक्ष्मी नमोऽस्तु ते। श्वेताम्बरधरे देवी नानालङ्कारभूषिते जगस्थिते जगन्माता महालक्ष्मी नमोऽस्तु ते। महालक्ष्मी अष्टकं स्तोत्रं यत्पठेत् भक्तिमान् नरः सर्वसिद्धिमवाप्नोति राज्यं प्राप्नोति सर्वदा। एककालं पठेत् नित्यं महापापविनाशनं द्विकालयत् पठेत् नित्यं धनधान्यसमन्विता। त्रिकालयत् पठेत् नित्यं महाशत्रुविनाशनम् महालक्ष्मी नमोऽस्तु ते। आदिशक्ति नमोऽस्तु ते। महालक्ष्मी नमोऽस्तु ते। आदिशक्ति नमोऽस्तु ते। महालक्ष्मी नमोऽस्तु ते। श्री आदिशक्ति नमोऽस्तु ते। साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः।
Shri Mataji, dear family from the whole world, let's consciously, from the world perspective, do a namaskar as if all the yogis of all the world through us are doing namaskar to Shri Mahalaxmi, our beloved mother. Collective namaskar, Kundalini.
महासरस्वती
Now if you say, I believe in Shri Mataji, so what? All right, you believe in me because of certain experience, still what? Mataji should be in your life, should be in your expression, in your behavior, in your treatment to others, in understanding each other and loving each other. That is what impresses people. People say, all right, we'll come to Mataji, we'll just pray to her and go away, we'll not talk to her. Why? Because we believe in Mataji, finished. So now we have to understand that you believe in Sahaja Yoga, of course it is Shraddha, it is not a blind faith, I agreed. But still belief has to penetrate into your being. This belief has to act, has to show results, it has to work out in every way. Somebody might say that we believe in Mataji and she does everything. She'll do bhakti for us. I should sit down and sing the song of Mataji or what? So what is going to come from your side? That is what we have to understand. And once that starts working, then these demons and these rakshasas will all vanish, no problem. So what am I doing for Sahaja? We should ask a question, what am I doing? Now, if you make this instrument, and then what if it is not doing anything, what's the use of making the instrument? Now you are the light. You have got enlightenment. But what's the use of a light which is hanging somewhere, which is not giving light to anyone? So when you are giving light to others, in a very innocent manner, in a very reciprocal manner, not this way that we are giving light because we want to have an advantage over it, or we want to show off, or any all nonsensical things that are there. Then the derailment starts. People start saying, oh, I am this, I am that. But with full understanding that we are instruments in the hands of the divinity, and we are just enjoying that divinity flowing through us and working out. You won't feel tired, you won't feel upset, you will not be in any way in trouble. But this has happened with you. You are so matured, but still we all have to decide that now we are going to India to get ourselves the whole joy of the tour. But for what? Not to keep to yourself, but to share it with others. This joy is for you to share it with others. Unless and until you learn that, your ego will come back again and again. And also you have seen the way people who have been even spreading Sahaja Yoga got into the mess of ego. So one has to be very careful. The more you are rising in your divinity, the more you are maturing, you have to be very careful. See, on a tree, if you see, if there's a leaf, no insect will enter. If there's a flower, the insect will come and it will make it into a fruit. But when it is a fruit, then the insect will enter and eat it off. So when you are becoming a fruit, you have to be very careful that no insect should get into. On the contrary, now you have capacity to destroy all the insects. And that is what is, I would say, is the state where we should all come up to. So you are destroying insects on one side and satisfying people on the other side. Collectivity is, of course, no doubt, is the only way you can be cleansed. But the greater thing is to go out, all out, to find out where can I spread Sahaja? Where can I go? What is the nearest village I can go? Where will I work it out? All these things, the more you think, the better it is. And you start moving in that direction. Once you start moving in that direction, you will be surprised Sahaja Yoga will move ahead of you. You will meet the people whom you want. You will get all the necessary help that you want. Suddenly you will find some people who will come down and say, now, what can we do for you? Every type of help starts coming to you the way you expand yourself. It's like the expanding your wings, like a bird does, and then you take off. But if you don't extend yourself, you keep Sahaja Yoga to yourself only. It doesn't work. I know you love me very much, and you know I love you very much. But don't you think others should also share this love? Others should also have this. So many ways. Now, you are not to be convinced about me, I know. But now you have to be convinced about yourself that you have all the powers. I mean, I don't do anything really, to be very frank. If I could do everything, I would not have had it. I would have done it myself. But you have to do it. You are my channels. You are the channels of Shakti. But do it in a way which is gracious, which is beautiful, which is very satisfying. Like yesterday's that musician. He just wanted to entertain. He wanted to play. He wanted, when he was enjoying it. In the same way, We should want to do it. I don't have to tell you. And I'm sure in every area that you work, in every personality whom you meet, you can start talking about Sahaja Yoga and tell them. It works. It acts. Moreover, it is behind you the whole power of all the deities. And in front is Sahaja Yoga running forward, fast, this Param Chaitanya. Now the Sahaja Yogis are coming, all right. Let them not eat their food, finished. Organizing. Everything. So beautifully done. Now see the arrangements. I was thinking such few people here. And about 20 Sahaja Yogis in Madras. Can you believe it? All this arrangement. How it's working out, how it is giving results is really remarkable. So have faith in yourself, have faith in all of them helping you, not to be nervous, and just go ahead. Because the Shakti is in you. You have the power. Every kind of power you have. I assure you, you have every power. Ask for it and you will have it. Whatever you ask for it, it will happen. But don't hesitate. As I said the other day that I make you sit on the throne. Then also I put the crown on your head. And also I say now you are the king. But still you are running away and not believing me. Looking this side with fear, am I king really? How can I be? That's not the way. Have faith in yourself. Unless and until your Sahasrara is open, all the blessings of the divine power cannot come to you. Cannot. Maybe you might get some money, you might get some jobs, you might get this and that. But your own development is only possible when you meditate and your Sahasrara is completely open and open to truth. Now the truth is that this divine power is compassion, is love. This is the truth. They say God is love, God is truth. So the equation has to be made that truth is love and love is truth. But it's not a truth that as you have for your own children, you have for your family. Attached love is not truth. If you are attached to somebody, then you never see the bad points of that person. If you are angry with somebody, then you can never see the good points of that person. But it's a complete detached love. And that love is extremely powerful. Because whenever you project that love to anyone, you will be surprised. The problems of that person will be solved, his personality will improve, everything will work out in a very big way, and his life will be changed. But if you are attached to anything whatsoever, that attachment itself causes problems and doesn't allow Sahaj to grow. This attachment could be any kind. For example, you can be attached to your country, attached to your society, attached to your family. It can be of any kind. But when Sahasrara is open, you learn one thing is detachment. It just happens that you get detached. Though, you are not running away. As it is in Sahaja Yoga, we don't believe in people who run away from society and go to Himalayas, or that I call it as escapism. That is not the point. What happens is that you are there. You see everyone, you watch everyone, you know everyone, you are close to everyone, but you are a detached person. It's a state of mind that you achieve when Sastra rise up. Then that state you you are dealing with people, you are dealing with problems, you are dealing with situations, but you are not involved in it. There's no involvement. And that involvement which you had before can never give a complete insight what is happening, what is the truth is about any situation. So this detachment helps. The greatest thing of the detachment is that you are not affected. No use saying that, oh, you are not affected, mother, so how can you feel for another person? How can you have compassion for another person? Because if you feel for another person, then only you can solve the problem. But this feeling that you have is again a kind of an attachment. It is not a real feeling, because it doesn't help. The person is crying, you are also crying. The person is trouble, you are also in trouble. And this does not help that person, nor will it help you. So to have detached in no way means you do not feel the another person. You do feel. You feel the agony of that person, the trouble of that person, of the whole society sometimes, and of the whole country. But that your feeling is so detached that the all-pervading power takes over. Now, so we come to the deeper problems of this world. Is that the mental projection has now shown clearly, be with me, all of you. Try to understand. It's a very deep problem. That if you go to the left or to the right, you jump into the extremes, into the problems, and you create problems. So we have to keep everybody in the center. And to keeping in the center, we have to ascend. Now the problem is that we have many people who have come to Sahaja. This was never achieved before, never achieved before. For that, the main reason was that it was impossible to penetrate into the minds of the people and tell them what is to be done. Everybody tried their level best. Today only I was discussing Buddha. I said Buddha tried his level best to tell people that they should get out of nonsensical ritualism and get to their salvation. He tried everything. So when he died, they said, all right, he has said not to make any statues, we'll make stupas. So they made stupas. That they started worship. Just the opposite what he said, that just now you get your salvation, your cleansing, introspection, and the middle path. He even went up to the idea that don't have families. If the families means this nonsense, you just take to renunciation within yourself so that you see all these things. But as usual, as they were, again consolidated into their nonsensical things, they made big stupas and things and worshipped. You see that in the life of Christ. You see that in the life of Mahavira. You see that in the lives of all the great incarnations and prophets, the Islam and everything, same thing has happened, that they have perverted it. But who has perverted? Who has spoiled? The whole essence of every great incarnation. It was spoiled by the disciples themselves because they were not realized. Now the deep problem I find it is the women who are supposed to be my disciples will be spoiling Sahaja Yoga. Very clearly I can see it now. I can see it so clearly, absolutely clearly. They are going to spoil because they have become very dominating. Because they think they know Sahaja Yoga. Because they think they have become very great. A leader's wife thinks she is the leader herself. If you call somebody that, all right, come and do this much job for me, the wife thinks she has a right on her husband more than mother has. It's the women who are the culprit today, and that's why I want to warn you. Now I have seen it. I can point it out at least 10 women like that who have done it. And now the 11th is just here. This is what it is. And I have to request you to understand that the responsibility will be on you. When it will be written down in history, as Ramayana was written, it was the maid servant of Kaikeyi, the mother, the stepmother of Rama, is the one who is responsible for the whole of thing that happened in Ramayana. But that was to happen. But where is that Manthara today? And where is that Kaikeyi? That Indians do not take their names. They spit if anybody takes that name. To the dogs they have gone. They thought that time they have achieved a lot. This is what I have to tell you. If you want to go like that down in the history, because this is a very precarious time we are facing. We have to be very, very careful about ourselves. What are we up to? What are we doing? I deal with the present moment and the present times. And I don't want to say what will happen to you in future. If you have to go to hell, you can go. I'm not going to say who is going to go to hell and who is going to go to heavens. But it is for you to decide through your introspection to understand what's going to happen. And I have to specially make a very important request to the women that in these modern times, they are the ones who are going to save the world, not the men. They have done their job before. Now it is for you to save with your understanding, with your compassion, with your sacrifices.
Action. Shri Adi Shakti Mataji. Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Let's collectively start the meditation by first balancing the channels, both hands on the floor. Both hands on the floor with a very high and deep level of consciousness when connecting to Mother Earth, as if it was the first time that we are putting both hands on the floor with a very fresh attention and openness to the power of Shri Adibhumi Devi. Shri Ganesha mantra from the heart, from a clean, open heart. And then Shri Adibhumi Devi mantra. Om Tvameva Saksha Shri Ganesha Saksha Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Mala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Adi Bhumi Devi Mata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Complete surrender to Shri Adi Bhumi Devi. Let's feel the attraction of Mother Earth through both our hands and our Muladhara, as if Mother Earth was sucking through our hands and our Muladhara all the heat, all the negativities, all the stress, all the badas, all the possessions, everything that is adharma within us, around us, all over the world. Mother Earth is absorbing through us. Now, left hand on the lap. Right hand still remains on the floor. Let's collectively open our awareness to the collective left side. Let's really try and be collective, truly collective, and feel the collective left side and surrender the collective left side to Shri Kali and the power of Shri Bhairav. Shri Mahakali Bhairav mantra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahakali Bhairav Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Let all the negativities of the left side at the collective level, at humanity level, all the badas, all the viruses, all the sicknesses be destroyed by the power of Shri Mahakali. Now, Let's focus on the right side. Right hand on the lap, left hand over the shoulder. Shri Maha Saraswati Hanumana. Om Tvameva Saksha Shri Maha Saraswati Hanumana Saksha Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Let's surrender ego, mind, thoughts, actions, reactions, and let's try really to surrender everything in us that is making us react and prevent the state of witness to be fully established within us. Now, let's put both hands on the lap. All attention on the central channel. All attention on the infinity of the central channel going upward, opening to the realm of the divinity. Let's completely surrender to the power of Shri Kundalini, and at the same time, let's also allow ourselves to jump into the collective reality above Sahasrara, in the vacuum above Sahasrara, which is the complete presence of Shri Shakti and of Parama Chaitanya. Shri Mahalaxmi Mahaganesha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahalaxmi Mahaganesha Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Shri Adi Kundalini Mata. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Adi Kundalini Mata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Shri Parama Chaitanya. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Parama Chaitanya Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Let's collectively allow ourselves to be carried by Mother Kundalini, by the primordial Kundalini. Let's allow ourselves collectively to be carried like a baby in the hand of the mother, carried upward, ude, 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 upward, 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 by Mother Kundalini, in the central channel, in the superior chakras, in the complete totality of the realm of the divine, where we are one with Shri Adi Shakti, we are one with all the deities, we are one with Parama Chaitanya, we are completely pure consciousness, pure vibrations, pure presence in the present. Where is our attention? Where is our attention? We need to truly be collective and truly jump into the collective reality. Let's surrender ego, superego, mind, and everything that is remaining at the lotus feet of Devi in order to be pure consciousness, pure vibration. Let's surrender until we become pure light, pure vibration, pure cosmic being, pure Virat. We need to feel that we become this gigantic being, which is pure light, pure consciousness, pure vibration, and which has all the powers of Shakti, of primordial Shakti in him, in her. Now, let's apply the words of Mother. Let's open ourselves to our higher self, that part of us which is pure perfection, pure divinity, pure union with the Devi, that part of us that Mother herself has crowned as king, as queen, and that part of us that we need to fully imbibe and realize so that we can be aware of all the powers that Mother has bestowed upon us, all the blessings that the Devi herself, the Shakti herself, has blessed us with, and also be fully confident that we have, through our higher self, all the blessings and all the powers of the Devi, that nothing can attack us, that nothing can harm us, nothing can attack us, nothing can destroy us, as long as we develop and empower ourselves through the true consciousness of who we really are. Let's open ourselves and meditate as higher selves, as pure part and parcel of the divinity. Let the power of Shri Shiva in our heart, the presence of Shri Shiva, which becomes Sadashiva in our Sahasrara and in our meditation, be completely awakened. And let's realize how great, how beautiful, how powerful we are when we are truly the self. before finishing the meditation, let's just allow the light of our higher self to shine. It is the light of Shri Shiva which becomes Shri Sadashiva. One million of suns in one, shining completely. We just need to allow the light to shine, allow our higher self to shine through us so that our being is completely enlightened. The room where we are is totally enlightened. The house, the city, the country, the whole world, the whole universe, the millions and millions of universes, the whole creation and beyond. Let's feel the light. Let's be the light. collective namaskar with that full consciousness of being the higher self and keeping that attention from now onward. Collective namaskar, Kundalini.
जिनसे मिला ये अमृत में चैन, प्यार भरे ये दो निर्मल नैन, जिनसे मिला ये अमृत में चैन, कोई जाने ना इस प्यार की गहराई, इन आँखों की गहराई, प्यार भरे ये दो निर्मल झील कहूँ पर उसको भी है तर, इनके आगे सागर भी हो जल, सूर्य प्रकाश भी हो जाए ओझल, तुलना से भी ऊपर उठ गया इन तीनों का स्तर, प्यार भरे ये दो निर्मल नैन, जिनसे मिला ये अमृत में चैन। जैसी सरिता सागर में जई फूल, निर्मल मंगलता में गए हम फूल, भूत भविष्य की